Something I wanted to talk about and what's been boggling my mind, it's not because of the hate that I frown upon. It's the mindset of how weak-minded so many people are. Weak-minded people are followers of trends, followers of man, and definitely one of the biggest followers of another person's opinion. If your existence and your personality is based off a group of people, strangers, or people you barely know, family members, right? What's going to happen when those people disappear? What's going to happen if they die? What's going to happen if they change? What if they jump off a bridge? What if they decide to commit suicide? See, things like that, people really should question. But a lot of people don't, because they don't care to think about it. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is that I've just recently watched a movie with my wife. We had our little movie date night. Like I told you guys before, my wife and I were big comic book fans, Marvel fans. For any one of you who's familiar with Marvel, that's stuff like Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor, things like that. We watched a movie. I'm just gonna bring this up. There's a movie called Madam Web that recently just been uploaded and put into Netflix, right? We enjoyed the movie. We loved the movie. We loved every plot and bit of it. Especially me, I enjoyed the movie. I had no problem with Madam Web. It felt rushed to me, and that I believe it deserved a sequel. But the fact that when my wife brought up the fact that this movie had a very bad rating, a lot of people complained about it. I did my research, and I see the complaints. And a lot of people were just looking for reasons to complain about the movie. And I agree, and I understand everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But if you're weighing your opinion off of other people, what if you're the only person that does not like something that everybody around you does? Are you going to change your mind and be like, you know what, maybe it's not so bad? Maybe it's not so bad after all. See, when I started off the video saying a lot of people are very weak-minded, a lot of people are very weak-minded. The followers of trends, followers of other people. You could be a follower of God, but the thing is that most people in the world is not a follower of God, because a lot of people wants to seek that heaven on earth. Even if they're not saying it, the way they live, it already says enough. It says all that I need to know about somebody. Their personality, the way they live, their characteristics. You can see it. A person's characteristics, the way they live, you could definitely see it. And you ever walk by a group of teenagers or people where it's a young crowd, they're trying to find their sense of purpose, and there's a lot of the ones that has a crab in the barrels mentality. There's a lot of people believes that these are the type of people that they have to be around. This is the type of people that they have to be associated with. And if you're letting others influence your mind, influence your decisions, you're weak. I brought up many times that I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. And a lot of the times when I tell other black people this that are from the hood, or they're not from Brooklyn, New York, they are so lost and programmed to think that all black people from the hood has to act this way. Sorry about that. But they believe in their mind that all black people from the hood has to act ghetto. And that's the ignorance behind a lot of people's mindset. This is how weak and warped and toxic so many people in America are. I could understand if you're curious, but if you really that into the media, into TV, to think that all black people are the same, something's wrong with you. A lot of people really need to touch grass. What I mean by people need to touch grass is that people really need to look at a dictionary, read a book, go out somewhere, explore. There's billions of people, and there's black people in different cultures. American-born blacks, most of the time, when they're so used to seeing the same people in the product of their own environment, they have a mindset where this is what I'm used to seeing, so all other black people from the hood or the ghetto must be this way. No, it's not. That is not the case for everybody. I'm so sorry. This is not to sound that like I'm better, but this goes to show you how warped, closed-minded, and ignorant a lot of people are now these days. You're letting the environment control you. You're letting other people influence your choices and decisions because it's cool. It's for the women. It's for the attention and validation. Oh yeah, there's men that does it too. Oh yeah. It's not just women. There's men that does the exact same thing. There's men that does the exact same thing. I looked at videos. I came across Reddit posts because I'm on Reddit as well. Of guys talking about, oh, I've noticed as soon as I worked out, I got jacked. The attention I've been getting from women, it was not expected. I didn't get that much attention from women. It's actually the opposite. I get more attention from men than women. A lot of women probably don't like you. And at the exact same time, comments like that is why I'm justifying with what I'm saying. You're allowing the media and the toxicity, the delusion to believe that this is what's gonna happen if I get this. It's stupid. A lot more women, as they age, a lot of them are more mature and more wiser to not fall for the stupidity. And at the end of the day, the first thing that a woman is going to notice about a man, one of the first things, of course, is his height, his looks, his race, the way he dresses. That's the outer part. That's the outer layer. A lot of the genetics we can't have control over. The reason why I brought that comment up is that so many people let other people influence their mindset for the wrong things, for the wrong behavior. I understand everybody is going to do what they want to do, whatever floats your boat. But to me, whatever is wrong is wrong. And a lot of people today are truly lost. This is a lost cause time today. And there's a lot of people in this generation, the Gen Zs, that are definitely lost. I don't own TikTok. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter. I have no need to even be in my Facebook. My Facebook is just carrying dust. That's how much I go on Facebook. Do I care about what's going on with this person's life or that person's life? The next trend? I don't care. I don't. Would I rather be around a trend of people because I want to fit in so bad just to not feel alone, or would I rather be alone? I'd rather be alone. Because at least when I'm by myself, I could be myself. And whoever does not accept me for who I am and how I live my life, what my lifestyle represents, and they realize, oh crap, this guy doesn't like this, he doesn't like that, they could kick rocks. I am not going to allow anybody to influence my personality to actually change or make me feel somehow or make me feel bad about how I am. There's things that I have to improve, but personality-wise, I'm not changing. I'm telling you, I'm more of an introvert now, and I'm going to keep it that way for a very, very long time. As long as I live, and it's a lot better that way to me. I don't have to stress about going out of my way to impress people. I don't have to stress out about going out of my way to get people to notice me. If you don't want to talk to me, you're going through a bad day. You're going through a bad day. You don't want to talk. I'm not going to force you. Those groupies, finding where you fit in. There's a time and place. It could be from a work profession. I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about personality-wise. How the way you are as a person. How the way you are as a person is what I'm trying to say. And I know it's a lot more younger people cares about where they fit in. Like in high school, middle school. College is, I don't know if it's the same case. But as you get older, all these things is not going to matter. But if you're letting people influence your decisions, there's something wrong somewhere. A lot of people just don't know how to think for themselves. It's sad how it takes some people for someone to get it or understand. It's like, this is an example. I could give somebody advice, but because we don't click, they don't want to hear it from me. But then when it goes to somebody else that they could click with, say if a hood dude does not like me, because on average, a lot of hood dudes that I've approached or that I've been around, they didn't like me because I'm not hood. So they may go to another hood person or another hood dude, and they may have a lingo because they could both relate to each other in that department. I'm from the same, we could be from the same struggle, the same backgrounds, but because of my personality, I don't click with that person. So they might click with somebody else that's also hood. You ever heard the term, birds of the same feather flocks together? So two hood dudes is going to get along. The same hood dude that didn't want to take my advice, he takes advice from the other hood dude or the random hood dude, right? Because they have that click. They can relate to each other because of the outer shell. Because the advice came from him, he's going to listen to him instead of me. This is what I mean by weak people, weak mind, weak decision making, weak judgment. That's what I mean by weak-minded individuals. They're all over in America. They're everywhere you go. I'm not talking about trends with the stuff that you're buying only. I'm talking about general characteristics, where you go in life. The same thing applies to people who are going to college. Still to this day, people are choosing the easiest college degrees that they barely do their research on. They don't study the job market on the degree. They think that the degree is going to land them a six-figure job. They don't do their research. They follow trends. They follow their friends. The next thing you know, they're in the real world. No job, no career. They're stuck. Oh crap, I should have never listened to my friends. I should have never followed the crowd. I should have never had so many people influence my decisions to pick a useless college degree. This is what I'm trying to say. Stop letting strangers or people influence your decisions on the best things that are for you, for your life. You know how many people I've met that regretted their decisions? I'm telling you, come on, this is real life. Time is short. I met a man who is in his 50s or 60s. He regretted dropping out of high school after seeing me work. A brother in an eye clinic. That's all I gotta say. Casual talk here. Peace out.